Been trying to warn y'all that CCP got to go.
Our food supply is being targeted by the Chinese Communist Party as 2 Chinese nationals have been charged with smuggling a potential agro-terrorism weapon into the U.S.
This is really insane. Lucas Thomason joins us live in Washington with the details. Good morning, Lucas.
Good morning, guys. A Chinese researcher at the University of Michigan and her boyfriend have been accused of smuggling a biological pathogen into the United States that can cause devastating diseases in crops. FBI Director Kash Patel says, quote, "This case is a sobering reminder that the Chinese Communist Party continues to deploy operatives and researchers to infiltrate our institutions and target our food supply, an act that could cripple our economy and endanger American lives. I commend the FBI Detroit Division and our partners at CBP for stopping this biological threat before it could do real damage." Here's a photo of that fungus that was discovered at the Detroit airport in July. The small clumps of red plant material were discovered in these 4 plastic baggies tucked into a wad of tissues. According to court documents, the 34-year-old Chinese boyfriend intentionally hid the samples in his backpack because he knew there were restrictions on importing them. He had hoped to continue his research at the University of Michigan lab. In a statement, the school says, quote, "It is important to note that the university has received no funding from the Chinese government in relation to research conducted by the accused individuals."
Notice how they say they don't receive any funding in relation to the research conducted by the accused individuals. They don't say that they don't receive any funding from the Chinese government. And if you do a quick search, you can see that clearly they do. Check this out. Michigan University had a joint institute with a university from Shanghai, China, and they actually helped drive China's military modernization, intelligence capabilities, including by contributing to the development of nuclear weapons, carrier rockets, nuclear submarines, and fighter jets. And speaking of contributing to China's nuclear weapons, the whole Bill Clinton thing back in the day, that was not about Monica Lewinsky. That was about Bill Clinton stealing and selling nuclear secrets to China. Look it up. This article was written on October 31st of 2024, but if you notice, this isn't the first time they've been warned about this. This is from 2019, whenever they ended their relationship with the Confucius Institute. But it's just so hard to turn down $12 million donations that they kept it going until October of last year, whenever they were called out by Congress. Unfortunately, we have Democratic governors doing things like this.
Democratic governors under fire for vetoing legislation that would have barred the Chinese government from owning land in the state. Arizona is home to a number of military bases, including Luke Air Force Base, home to fighter squadrons, including the primary training center for the F-35 stealth fighter jet. The Republican Senate Majority Leader in Arizona said, quote, "It is utterly insane that Arizona's top elected official would rather be an obstructionist against safeguarding our citizens from threats than sign legislation giving our state a fighting chance at proactively preventing attacks. Hobbs is a total disgrace." As we just saw in Russia, after Ukraine unleashed those drones against Russian air bases, destroying expensive bombers, military experts have long warned of China being able to do the same thing right here in the U.S., guys.
Hey, Lucas, do you know if President Trump has addressed this in executive orders with the Chinese building, buying land near military bases? Couldn't that be handled from Washington and just deny it?
Brian, there's talk that that's going to come in. And speaking to your last segment, there was also concern for years, of course, about Chinese nationals crossing the southern border in Arizona, and, of course, Southern California, home to U.S. military bases. So a big issue.
Lucas, you said that they found it in July. Why are we just hearing about this?
Exactly. It was just unsealed yesterday, Ainsley. That's how everybody knew. In this
is it a reason why, Lucas, and you may not know this, so forgive me, is it a reason why this was sealed? Was it ruled under national security is why they sealed this? I mean, that's not typical for them to seal something of this magnitude. This is a threat.
Right. Lawrence, typically they're still investigating, so they're probably just following all the leads.
Roger that.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Lucas. They said it's a threat to national security, a violation of the law. And Kash Patel, who's head of the FBI, said the case. No, what's Kash Patel's FBI director. Case is sobering reminder that the Chinese Communist Party continues to deploy operatives and researchers to infiltrate our institutions and target our food supply, an act that could cripple our economy and endanger American lives. They say it's a fungus, and they say that it's a fungus that causes head blight, a disease of wheat, barley, maize, and rice, and is responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide each year.
You mean a bioweapon from the Chinese? Have they ever done anything like that before?
Takes us back to COVID, right?
And it just also